A Sacramento County woman reached out to us for help. She says she's been in limbo for nearly 3 years after she purchased a custom-built mobile home. Even though she can't move in, she still has to pay about $1,000 every month for the space. She says she's running out of money and has been getting the runaround. Here at ABC 10, we stand for you. That's why we decided to take a look at her case and find out what was happening. Take a look. This neighborhood in Citrus Heights was supposed to be a new beginning for Stephanie Moses.
My husband passed away, and I wanted to move out of the home I was in that we shared together because it brought such grief by remembering him. So I made the trek to find me a home to live into, a new society, and I was looking for a senior gated area. So I found this one.
She fell in love with the community, the roads, and the homes at Lakeview Village Mobile Home Park in Citrus Heights. Plus, unlike other locations she visited, it allowed her to bring her beloved long bed diesel truck.
That's the last bit of thing I have of him. It's the last happiness I have of him. All our trips and it's the happiness of him.
She started searching for a home at the end of 2019. She found an available lot with an existing home at this mobile home park in Citrus Heights. But she said that home was in such disrepair, a new home would have to be put on it. After researching several companies, she chose Statewide. The company is based in Grass Valley and sells manufactured homes.
So I drove out there and I sat down and talked with a great guy at first. And he showed me all these books of their homes and gave me a great impression of the build and the prices of the homes. So that's how I found Statewide. It took a while, but I thought I did my research.
The process to get the home built had some setbacks. First, they had to remove the old home from the lot. That took almost 6 months. When the new home was delivered 2 months later, Stephanie said it didn't look right.
The problem began July 27th when the house was delivered. I noticed that either the foundation was too long or the house was too short. That was a real big red flag indicating something's not right here. The second red flag was when I was asking for the permit to build this new foundation. I kept asking, where is the permit? And no one could find the permit.
Even though the home was delivered in July 2020, Stephanie was not allowed to live in it since it still had to go through inspections. And said she paid about $1,000 a month for the lot to lease it from the mobile home park, utilities and insurance on top of a mortgage for her home in Sacramento County. There were issues with paperwork, inspections, and payments. One of the issues from the beginning was permits. According to Statewide, usually permits can be issued over the counter through California's Department of Housing and Community Development, HCD. During the height of the pandemic back in May 2020, Statewide said HCD wasn't open to the public. What will usually take a day ended up taking several weeks. Statewide said it informed all of its customers about the delays and sent us the emails they sent to Stephanie. Email Statewide provided to ABC 10 stated it would take HCD weeks to respond back to any questions. They told us HCD rarely replied back to their emails and their phone calls were not answered. They said they finally got a hold of someone after finding their personal email. There were many setbacks with delays on the project. One of the main problems was a retaining wall. It needed to be rebuilt to fit the new home. Additionally, HCD didn't approve some parts of the project to move forward. HCD needed additional information like a flood certification and some engineering plans redesigned. Stephanie tried to reach out to HCD, elected officials, and other state departments to get some help, and she says she kept getting the runaround. She's been tracking everything and has organized them in binders.
This is where they discussed it and told me it's all HCD's problem, not ours. We built what they told us to build.
We started reaching out to see if we can get some answers. We reached out to HCD and went back and forth via email regarding Stephanie's case. HCD said if there are construction defects, it is a responsibility of the applicant to correct them and request a re-inspection. In response to statewide claims on delays in communication on this project, they said they couldn't respond without specific facts and that their team endeavors to provide the best customer service on a daily basis. I also reached out to Assemblyman Ken Cooley's office, who has been trying to help Stephanie resolve this problem, but they told me they cannot comment on this matter. They said it's not their policy to talk about casework to press.
What would you like to happen going through what you've been through these past few years?
I would like very much for Housing Community Development, HCD, to be held accountable for their position as representatives for mobile homes, homeless, and seniors. They're the ones that govern this, and they're the ones that are not doing their job.
It's been 2.5 years since Stephanie signed a contract with Statewide. Stephanie has spent close to $39,000 in unexpected costs, and she still has not moved in.
I'm a senior. I live on Social Security and my husband's pension, which is really little. So it takes everything. It takes everything. I pay the place that I live in now, and I pay for this one, plus insurance. That's what brings it up to a little bit over $1,000.
Well, as of this week, Statewide told us the home is ready for Stephanie, but she is requesting a walkthrough before signing the documents. As for the delays and unexpected costs on Stephanie's home, Statewide said they've also lost money on this project. They paid out of pocket for some of the construction revisions and some months of rent for Stephanie. We also wanted to address that. We pointed out to HCD that their website still said their Sacramento office was closed for counter services as of early this week. They changed it right after we asked them about it.